So now what we're going to do to put our prison hooch together is we're going to mix all the ingredients together. What we're going to do is first we're going to empty our juice, and typically, as you know, any of you that have actually done it before, we would be doing this in a plastic bag. But once again, we have the luxury of using these items that are store-bought rather than commissary bought or stolen from the chow hall to use our mix. And it looks like we've got a gnat flying around already, which is typical of making this kind of stuff. All right, and we're just going to put in just a little bit of orange in this one along with our kicker. But first we need to get in the sugar. A lot of people like to dissolve the sugar in water, and that's actually the smartest thing to do, but it really doesn't matter, and I don't want to make this video take oodles and boodles of your time. So we'll take 1 pound of sugar, and basically, if you can envision, some of the commissaries you will sell pound packs of sugar, so you can get all your buddies to chip in and make sure everybody orders a pound of sugar. If not, you're stuck to having to do 2,000 packs of sugar, which I think will give you 1 pound. Now, some of the higher content hooches will actually cook up to 2 pounds of sugar, but it's always safe to start out with 1 pound, cook all of it off, and then add additional if you want a higher alcohol content, rather than winding up with a finished product that's overly sweet. So what we do here is I'm visualizing a 1 pound box of sugar cubes, and how big it is. It's about this big of C&H sugar cubes and about that tall. It looks like the same amount of volume would fit into that, which is about 2.5 cups of what I've gotten here. So I'm going to add it into our mix. Then I should have got a spoon ready, but that's okay. I'll give it a good stir, and hopefully this will dissolve a little bit easier than the white sugar does anyway, because once you get the batch going, you really don't want to disturb it very much if you don't have to. Okay, but it's okay to, you know, put in more sugar and give it another stir. It'll just slow it down a little bit, but once you come back the next day, it will look like this does on the top of it. Your kicker will look the same way. So we're going to put our raisins in now, which will swell up back to their original size like grapes. However, it does not taste like grapes. It tastes like prunes. But again, it will help take that skanky flavor out of this type of wine, which is a high acidic wine. I don't know how to make the other types of wine. So I'm going with this nice batch to share with my family this summer. Most of them probably won't like it because of that skanky taste, but that's okay. So we've got all our stuff mixed, and last but not least, we're going to enter the kicker into it. And then what we'll do is we'll pour it into this plastic jug. So rather than you have to watch this, I'm going to come back in a second when I get this all into this plastic jug, and I'm going to show you how to finish this off. I'm going to teach you about burping it, and also about when you put the lid on something like this, because you're going to have potential problems.